Cecilia, that Jemima, Foxtrot.
And I would like, I don't know how I'm going to do this, I would like you guys to just shout out, or just take a good look at the fish. And I'd just like you to shout out words to describe the fish.
Smug. Smug, that's a good one.
Thank you. What?
Slippery.
Scaly.
Slippery, scaly, thank you. What?
Smiley.
Smiley.
Round.
Round.
Quite round.
Yeah.
It is quite
Sorry.
round, actually.
Yeah. Small. Small.
Bimbly. Bimbly.
Bimbly.
What does bimbly mean?
Or bimbling around.
Bimbly. Put that. Oh, confused.
Slippery.
Slippery,
I think
yeah.
we've got
Thank
slippery.
you.
Slithery then.
Slithery.
Slang.
Supper.
What did you say?
I said supper.
Supper.
Two-dimensional.
Ooh. 2D. Aquatic.
Aquatic.
Blue.
Looks pretty lonely
Oh, I
by
love
itself,
it.
innit?
Fat. Fat.
Flat.
Flat.
I've got one.
Yeah.
Optimistic. I think it looks quite optimistic, this fish.
Comedic.
Comedic. Cheeky.
Fishy.
Fishy. That's a good one.
Lost.
Sorry?
Lost.
Lost. And just 3 more, please.
Persevering.
Persevering. Yeah. Sorry?
White.
White.
Side and some words on that side. Yes.
It's like one to do with personality, one to do with appearance.
Yeah, exactly. So these ones are all things to do with the sort of fish is in general material reality. A lot of them are to do with how all fish are. You would probably say that all fish are slippery, scaly, not smiley, but it is smiling. So again, that is about appearance. You'd say a lot of them are slithery, slimy. They're all 2D. They're all aquatic. They're all fishy.
Very fishy.
And these, of course, are, more sort of emotions, personality things, smug, lonely, optimistic, comedic, cheeky, persevering. And this is just a quick thing to illustrate the point that when we write, quite a lot of what we want to try and do is sort of make the reader or the audience do a little bit of work. So if you say a scaly fish, it's a very true and accurate description of a fish. In a way, because all fish are scaly, you may as well be saying a fish. You see what I mean? So similarly, the sort of poetic cliche of "it was a dark night" is an interesting one because, well, it's kind of interesting in how uninteresting it is. Because all nights are dark. The definition of night is that it's dark. So if instead you say a smug fish, you're opening up so much more for your reader or your listener to think. Why is the fish smug? How can we tell that it's smug? What is it smug about? How does its smugness manifest itself, etc. So it's a lot more interesting to talk about, not necessarily therefore personality things of something like a fish, but to be adventurous with the way that we describe things with our adjectives. And on that note, I would like everyone to please grab a piece of A4 and a pencil or a pen.
Up to my thighs in dragon throngs, unfurling my spine, a butterscotch leaf mess of peaty earth bog squelching between my toes as it creeps uninvited for an unknown big breach, and a dark frenzied bird shoots out, barrel-bellied, cack, 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 and the apricot warmth of the sun pokes and wriggles, writhing in the shade of the rustling beach with outstretched luxuriant arms. I melt in a mellowness, membrio and chocolate and sea foam and Sunday afternoon jazz, and trickle down like a tributary to the dark brown, stinking, familiar ice-cold rush. Shoes off, socks off, feet submerged, an afternoon of hunting for leeches under muddy brown stones, and she calls low and reminds me, he's older, you know. So impressive for such a small amount of time. It's so rich with imagery and it's so evocative on the senses. It's a beautiful piece of writing. Where are you talking about? Wow.
It's a little spot on the ride there in Valley.
Oh, wow.
I want to go there.
It sounds luscious.
Weights poised. The floor is a panther's hind legs or a kangaroo or a mossy bed. It makes my feet dirty. The tall beams kiss the roof and wise old archers stand guard, tutting as ignorant traffic skirts around the silence, inconsiderate, brushing. The curtains linger. It is cold, but only for a moment.
Do you want to tell us what the Making It workshop was today and what you've been doing?
I was learning a bit about how to write poetry, I think.
How do you think it went?
I think it went really well. I thought it was really interesting.
And do you have any best moments of the session?
I think it got better and it got deeper, and I thought it was well structured, so that it unfolded. Yeah, I feel it was very positive. I feel I'm going to go home and I'm going to feel more able. As all things, it's often just a reluctance. I don't have the confidence all comes with the ability of just putting that pen across the paper, and that's what I think it's helped to do.
Great.
Because I was quite happy with what I wrote, I suppose. So that was good feedback for myself.
Fantastic. And how would you describe tonight's Making It sessions, or the Making It sessions more generally, if you've been to more than one? How would you describe them to other people who may be thinking of coming along?
I think it's a good. I have been to one other ones about doing woodcuts, printmaking. I think it's great because it gives you some people who know what they're talking about, help you sort of get a mindset that isn't out of a book or isn't is quite quick. I think that you can achieve a quick result with obviously it's hugely complicated whatever it is, but there's an immediacy that you feel as though you can get a result.
Brilliant.
Yeah, done.
Thank you.
Good. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. And did you have a favourite element of the workshop tonight?
Yes, I really enjoyed the 6-line poems in the 90 seconds. I thought it was really inspirational because it let go of your feelings and your inhibitions. And that's really the best bit.
Okay. And how would you describe these Making It sessions to other people who are thinking about coming along?
I would definitely recommend it to anybody. It was free, it was easy, and it was relaxed with no sort of agenda other than professional delivery, and working with professional people who do it all the time was inspirational because they do it for a job. It wasn't like being taught by a teacher. So that was really good to be working with people who do it for a living. Yeah.
Fantastic. Anything else you'd like to add?
I really enjoyed the day and I love words, so it was really good to use words, and I will go and teach that to my children in class.
Fantastic.
Brilliant.
Yeah.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
Yeah, it was very good. It was very good. It was very open and relaxed, and it was all very encouraging and lively and open. Does that make sense?
What was your favourite part of the session? Is there anything you think you'll do at home, or?
It focusing the mind, the triggers of various creativity. So you get the starting sentence for making a story or making a small poem, and just freeing the mind and just letting go and being free and being creative.
And was the session what you expected?
Yes, in a way, yeah. The performance, yes, because it was reading, being open, but not being forced to perform each poem that you'd written or each story that you'd written. So it was open, and everybody seemed to have the chance and the opportunity to work with each.
And if you could describe maybe the sessions to someone else who perhaps hasn't been before, how would you describe them? What would you say about them?
If you really wish to create poetry and you've not had the experience of creating your own poetry as I've done in the past, then do it so that you can focus your mind in creating poetry. It's not a big, I can't do poetry, because everybody can do poetry, because it's all a good release.
Anything else you'd like to add?
It's fantastic. Do it again, please.
Great, brilliant, thank you. Do you want to tell us about the making it session that you've been doing tonight?
Yes, it was the poetry one that I have not memorised the title of, but it was really good. It was like I loved all the different exercises. I write myself, but not poetry, just sort of general narrative. So it was really nice to get to do something a little bit different, but also with techniques that I can use at home as well. I found that really interesting. I liked that the prompts kind of snowballed depending on like the different people. It was really, yeah, it was just, I keep saying it, but it was really interesting.
And did you have a favourite element of the workshop tonight?
I liked the free writing especially. I thought that was really good. I liked the way it sort of just unlocked any writer's block that people might have of being nervous. I liked that some people were like really sort of brave enough to then immediately read out something that they've just written off the top of their heads, which can be quite scary, but it was such a relaxed atmosphere that people felt comfortable doing it. It was great.
Fantastic. And if you had to describe the making it sessions to someone that potentially hadn't been before, how would you describe it?
Is that all of the making it sessions?
Well, if you've been to multiple, it could be more broadly speaking about the making it session in general.
Yeah. I think the variety of them is great because you guys try to sort of cycle different elements, so it's not like the sort of same sort of practice, which is good because it means if you regularly come to them, you learn a variety of skills, as opposed to getting one sort of artistic corner down and just sort of focusing on that and finding yourself get boxed in. I find that I've already said it, but I always find it to be a really relaxed atmosphere, very welcoming staff, very welcoming people always teach, and everyone that comes is always lovely, and there's always like tea and coffee, which is like amazing.
Fantastic.